grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life.
Hey. Listen, long time coming. Please excuse the hoarseness of the voices because I got allergies, baby, and they coming in strong in the summer months. I am Stacy A. Cross. There's no E in my name. Long time coming, and this is the episode that I want to bring to you today. It's all about my man Nipsey Hussle being a comfort killer. R.I.P. to Nipsey Hussle, one of the greats, and beyond the music, okay, even though it's playing in the background, beyond the music, my man was a genie in a bottle, his own genius, and I respect him. I really respect this man. And just so you know, just a little backdrop, okay? I first heard of Nipsey Hussle back in 2008, and never really paid too much attention to him, but I kind of understood that he moved differently, understood that vibration about it. 2008, okay, this guy is from the West, okay, he's talking this stuff, but never really paid any attention other than what came around the internet in that time period. But very recently, about 4 months ago, I text Theo. You know my man Theo, right? Thelonious C. Jones, my partner in crime, Thelonious C. Jones. Text him and I said, matter of fact, I will pull it up right now while I have it in front of me. I text him, let's see the date. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Okay, here it is. March 5th. Okay, it's May 1st right now. March 5th. I said, hey, you mess with Nipsey Hussle? He was like, I like his hustle entrepreneurship. I listen to his music very little, though. That's what Theo said. And I said, yeah, his independent game is strong. References, I love the fact that he references everyone that built it independently. So I mess with Hussle as well. And so we both really love the fact of his business acumen, his entrepreneurship skills, his mindset, his independent route that he took, knew it was going to take longer, didn't want to mess with his honor, integrity, power, and it's really deeper because it is built on principles. So I really wanted to bring that across to you today in this here episode on the Stacy A. Cross Show. Why and what it was about Nipsey Hussle and what you could learn from him today. There was a book list that dropped. It had about maybe 50 books that Nipsey Hussle read and really held in high standards. And I actually picked up one of the books, and we're going to talk about it today. And not only that, he was reading books that I freaking love, right? That I've read and I loved. And one thing that really struck the difference with me and struck a chord with me with Nipsey Hussle was the fact that he wanted to sell and did sell his mixtape for $100. And back in April of last year, in March, February, when I was thinking about the fact I'm releasing a book, right? And everybody has their book on Amazon for 25 cents, 99 cents, Kindle version for free. I wanted to come out with a plan. How could I sell my book for $100? And I kept asking Theo, hey, listen, how can I sell my book for $100? I want to sell my book for $100. And I'm going to figure out a way to sell it for $100. So if you followed me in my marketing plan to do that, you will see. And if you purchase my book upon the first release date or the pre-release date, thank you so much for that. It's a year officially since my book came out. And just for that, I'm going to give away a book package to you today, my educated listeners, my comfort killers. Let me put this mic up. Damn, that sounds good. And pardon me while I sip my water with lemon and lime, courtesy of Barbara. That was good. So if you follow the marketing plan, you will see that what you have to do is add value in each increment to get it up to the $100, right? The book itself, what is it? The book itself, $22, $25. What are you going to do? The book with a shirt is this. The book that's signed is this. You could really add the value and get it up. So that's how it was a part of my, I called it the Making Them Sick campaign, baby. So the backdrop today is, of course, going to be Nipsey Hussle. We're going to rock him, the music. We're going to play some tidbits. We're going to give you some known facts. We're going to play his interviews where I've learned the value behind this man and what he was trying to do with his business and life, with his relationship. It was really a positive thing. And I really feel that I am somewhat similar to my man Nipsey Hussle in the fact that I too decided to go to that narrow road, right? Where's Stacy been? Where's Stacy A. Cross been? I've been off the internet for quite some time. And why? Because we're building the business. We're building the mindset that it takes to really go the long haul, not the short haul. Okay. A lot of people go the short term. They want it now. They want it fast. It's instant grat. We decided that is not the route because it goes against the very principles that we teach, right? It goes against the very principles that we teach and understanding the use of social media in life. And that became a big topic for me. And also the changes in my own life and how to react or respond, the attitude that I was pushing out, how to cultivate who I am and what I want to portray through this company and to my comfort killers. That became priority, and it became the reason why I decided to step back and reformulate, recultivate, get those principles down pat, and get this business strong for the next 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, I'm dead, 90, 100, 200, and so on years beyond, because it's all about legacy. It's all about what I'm leaving here. You know, the reason why artifacts are so important and they're digging up dinosaur bones and shit, and and they're uncovering caves or they're uncovering new tombs in Egypt, and it's fascinating to see what was left behind. Okay, people long gone. People have died, left something to cherish, something to bring to evolution, to add, to increase to mankind, to increase to humanity. And I think that's why this episode is important. And alongside Nipsey Hussle will be spoken of in this regard. What has he left behind? What was he here for? Okay, and I know a lot of theories came about. It's a very unfortunate situation anyway, period. But my own understanding and beliefs is that things are going to happen and they're necessary and that's why I love his mom, because his mom knows this. We vibrate at a higher frequency and vibrations where we understand it's okay. Everything is good, right? Everything's benevolent. This universe is good. Things balance out each other. There's lessons, there's wisdoms, there's artifacts, there's history, there's love. There's friendship, there's laughter, okay? But what are you going to leave behind? And that, I know, is a comfort killer. That's on top of your mindset, right? What are you going to leave behind? What could you do today to inspire humanity tomorrow when you're long gone? And that's why sometimes you got to get up and thank your ancestors and say, thank you, ancestors. Thank you for leaving me with this genius. And here's what I'm going to do with it. Okay, that's a comfort killer. Comfort killer also is one that self-educates. Nipsey Hussle was a self-educated person, right? We take what we take from the institutional educational systems that keeps us in a box of creativity. You can't go outside of that because the parameters are set. And that's why we have a grade A, grade B, grade C, grade D, grade F. Give me the Z because I'm out of this box. But then you have others that really love that institutionalized learning, the educational learning. So they're big on universities. They're big on, hey, which university are you going to? Phi Beta Kappa Jappa. And I'm like, bro, I'm a self-learner, self-education. Because if you have to be put in a system where you are either paying for it, right? You're paying for that education. You're paying for that piece of paper. And then you're graded on how well you learn, how well you read, how well you're able to remember, right? You're graded on these tests. But the man or woman that picks up that book themselves without the dangling of anything over their heads, man, I got to pass this class. No, we got to learn this skill. It's a different type of learning. You get super involved and indulged in this type of learning when you're a self-learner. All comfort killers are self-learners. If you're not a self-learner, then put yourself on the back of the goddamn burner, okay? We're going to turn off the fire on you, okay? You're done boiling. Because the comfort killers that I know, they respect education, self-education. They respect research. They respect planning. They respect reading. They respect building. They respect taking action. They respect implementing. They respect themselves. And they don't need nothing on the wall to show the respect for them. And that's the type of person Nipsey Hussle was. So I want to get to a couple of the books, and then I'm going to share the one that I'm reading right now. And then we're going to get into a few interviews with my main man, Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace. Everything's supposed to happen. It is divine order. So don't be sad too long. And the way you keep the legacy alive for a person that you love, for a person that's in your heart, is constant thought, right? You could think about that, and you could follow the actions, right? You could continue the legacy. You never let it die, right? You never let it die. Why are we still talking about Harriet Tubman, okay? Hundreds of years ago. Why? Because a legacy was set in stone, man. I would talk about Harriet Tubman forever, man. She's a hero. All right, going against the grain, baby. Nobody's going to tell me ish. Why are we still talking about Martin Luther King? Why are we still talking about Malcolm X? Why are we still talking about Abraham Lincoln? Why are we still talking about these people? Why? Because a legacy was set. They did something great in their lives, and they wanted to change evolution, baby. They wanted to change what was already set in stone. So if you're comfortable with what is already, and we got to put you on the back burner. That's all I'm saying. That's the new thing. The back burner. We're going to put you on there. And I'm going to give away a book because it's a year that I've released my first book, The Comfort Killers, How to Change Your Life Using Tools You Already Have. And I want to give you a book. There's going to be a secret word that I'll say, and you'll know it. It has everything to do with today's episode. You'll get that word. Hit me with an email or go to thecomfortkillers.com and put that word in. And of course, you could get yourself a free book. Shipping on me, baby. Shipping on me. And I don't really like to give away things for free. I let you earn it. So this is my way of allowing you to earn it. All right, let's cut the talk. Here are some book lists from my guy, Nipsey Hussle. And I'm only giving you a few. And then in the show notes, I'm going to put the picture up where it has all of them, okay? All right, so The Spook Who Sat by the Door, that's a good one. That's by Sam Green. The 22 Immutable Laws of Branding, okay? The 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing. Think and Grow Rich, of course, is on there. Tools of Titans by Tim Ferriss is on there. I have not read that. 48 Laws of Power is on there. Soul on Ice is on there. He read the biography of Steve Jobs. Invisible Influence. How to Eat to Live. It's a book that's on there. Contagious is on there. That's a book that I purchased myself and read because that's where he realized the marketing plan behind the $100 mixtape. Hold on one second. So another, thank you. I was sneezing like crazy. I had to press pause a little bit. But we're back. Nipsey Hussle episode. Why Nipsey Hussle is a comfort killer, why I love him so much, and why I'm going to carry on his legacy here at the Comfort Killers, because we go in the independent route, baby. We love it. So another book was Power and Force, and I just finished reading that. I'm about actually 3/4, probably just about 20 more pages left in that. So that's a good book, great book. Actually, changed a lot of my mindset by reading it. But let's talk about Contagious, because Contagious was the book where he said, you know what? Let me shut up. Let Nipsey talk right now, and we'll learn more about why Contagious was important.
Where did you get the idea of charging $100 per CD?
You needed a new chain?
Nah, not just that, man. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you know, I got a few mentors that just put me on books and literature and all that. Big Bob Francis, one of them. And so, you know, he told me about this book called Contagious.
Contagious,
Yeah, so I got to the second chapter of that, and it was just talking about how this restaurant owner in Philly started selling Philly cheesesteaks for $100 out of his restaurant. And it just was like, it set off all type of conversation. Everybody was talking about it. Then all type of influential people came through him and just wanted to check out why it was $100. Like Oprah came through and bought one. David Letterman bought one. He got all type of exposure and publicity, and then it became like a staple, and everybody started coming through supporting, buying $100 cheesesteak. So I put the book down, and I was like, yeah, we about to do that with the album. Nobody did that with music.
As you can see, there's a big, huge lesson in that, okay, in that what he just said there. Because, you know, at the end of the day, the box that I spoke about earlier has been set in institutions, your educational systems, in society. And it takes a real comfort killer to break that mold. Okay, there's a free mixtape here. It's on datpiff.com for free. You can download it for free, but I'm still going to sell it for $100 because, yo, I think it's worth that. And you know what? People are going to be proud to pay, and that's a proud to pay is from the book. Right? Make people proud to pay. So if you're a business owner's comfort killers, or you're doing life this way, you don't have to follow the mold that someone has set. And that goes for anybody out there. That goes for anyone that believes that the guru is going to save them because they've built a mold around what you could do for business, how you should react and act in business, how you should respond to business, how you should do it on social media. Like, let's really think about this, because it's deeper, and what he's saying is that I had to get uncomfortable to get out of the same thinking, the same mindset that has been given to me, that has been passed down in music. All right, you're supposed to do some mixtapes, do some shows for free, do. And then maybe, just maybe, you could go ahead and sell your album on iTunes for 99 cents. Not Nipsey, though, and not a comfort killer. And that's why I love you. Here's another piece from an interview I extracted from Nipsey Hussle. This is really going to blow your mind. This is how he was on a different level, okay? Think about it. Let's go.
There had to be something in you that was like, nah, this is what I'm going to do.
Well, it was a few things. I mean, it's a crazy way to connect it, but you know, I saw video games, right? And you know how like Halo would come out or something, and it'll have 3 packages. It'll be the one for $59.99. It'll be the one for $99.99 that come with the poster and the seat, and then this one for like $149 that got the whole gun and all of the extra stuff. Their main product is the regular one, $59.99 or whatever that regular price is. But then you got a part of their base that they so engaged with that brand that they want to just support at the highest level. So I figure, like, as musicians, we got parts of our fan base that's that engaged that they want to be proud to pay, which was the term I gave it, but they want to fully support. So it's just on us to define how you do that. We ain't set the business model. Steve Jobs and Apple said 99 cents a song, and we follow suit. And then Best Buy said $12.99 or $15. We ain't set the business model ever. So we're not going to take our products outside of those spaces, because that's where all the people are trying to shop. But if we say, for the fans that's going to take the directive from me, and you really want to support, here's where you do it at, and it's the price point. And it was really an experiment. I didn't know for sure if it was going to work, but
of course,
I knew that I'll do my normal numbers on iTunes that I always do, on the traditional outlet. So it'll just help. And at worst, I'll get a little backlash, and at best, I'll make a lot more money.
Hey, and I'm back, but I have a guest here, and Barbara, sit down. This is a Nipsey show, so.
I got a show today. That's all I'm trying to do.
Hustler motivate. So I got Barbara here, and I just want her, because Barbara wasn't in the music, right? You weren't in Nipsey's music like that, were you?
No, not until
You got it. You got to come in the mic.
No, not until you introduced me to him.
Well, introduce yourself.
Hey, what up? It's Barbie.
It's Barbie on the Stacy A. Cross Show, Comfort Killers.
Barbie Cruz.
Barbie Cruz. And the reason I brought her in today, and she will be co-hosting some of the shows with me from this point on, because I need someone to help me smooth out the thing. I'm too hoarse, right? You help me smooth out the thing.
Yeah.
So tell me about your introduction with Nipsey Hussle for the show today.
How you introduced me to him?
Yeah.
Well, it's actually this song that you were playing in the car over and over.
Oh, you know why I loved it? This song here? This song, well, let me tell you why I like this song. It's because I like the story behind it.
Right.
Because it's the Annie. Remember Jay-Z used this sample?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I love the fact that Jay-Z cleared the sample for all future hip-hop artists to take. So I was like, oh, that's cool, man.
Right.
Yeah, so.
But then after like the 5th time probably playing this song, you then started telling me that you like, it's deeper than that.
Yes.
You like his mind.
Yes, his mindset.
His mindset.
Started watching some videos, started like looking more deeper
into it. Yeah, and you relate to him in so many ways.
Absolutely.
And that attracted you to him, so.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. And then I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I started liking his music.
Yeah.
I started looking into him a little bit more. And then the fact that, with Lauren, I was like, oh my God, what a small world. I mean, I always knew of Lauren, but I didn't realize it was Nipsey's wife. And it's been 5 years. Like, wow.
Right.
But
what's so funny and I love about him, is he took the time needed to grow himself.
Yeah, because he wasn't out there. Usually, especially on social media, a lot of the times that I hear or come across someone, it's because they're out there. They're just out there 24/7, just always on Instagram, always posting, always just yapping away about something.
Yeah.
For the hype.
Yeah.
So
for
I was
the clout.
for the clout. So when I came across him because of you, obviously I have to strength of you, I was like, wow, he's different.
Mm-hmm. And we are different. Comfort Killers are different types of people, man. Mm-hmm. That's why I got to give a shout out to my Comfort Killers. And those listening to this show right now, Stacy A. Cross, there's no E in my name. It's Barbie Cruz. And Barbie Cruz. And we're talking this the Nipsey Hussle episode on why he was a comfort killer. I just gave you a few reasons of why I believe he's a comfort killer. One, he broke the mold. His mindset was different, and he chose to go independent, and he has principles backed his actions, okay? So he didn't just take these unnecessary actions. In fact, what you said on social media, he's so funny because I watched a story. I don't know who put it out, but they were saying, hey, listen, are you going to say something about your relationship or something? He's like, man, I only use social media to promote an album, promote my merchandise, promote my show. Like, what are you talking about? I would never do that on social media. And what has come about with social media right now is that everybody is it's really an open diary to someone's life, right? Hey, I'm taking a shit right now. Okay, I'm eating a corn on the cob right now.
Some people, yes, use it as an open diary. And other people just do it for like, I don't know, to feel good about themselves or to just, I don't know.
Yeah, it's become that.
To feel accepted,
yeah,
or to feel like they're part of something.
I did a show about that where social media is like really taking away people's happiness because it become where you're living up to the standards or the opinions or the something of someone else, of somewhere else, some time else. And I want you guys, as a comfort killer, we got to understand and use the thing as a tool. And one reason why I love Dan Kennedy, and we're gonna have an episode all about Dan Kennedy. I think I'm gonna start doing this where I just shed light on people that I listen to, I follow, I love, I support, and I learn from, is, we got to use these things as tools, man. We can't let them take over our lives. And that's what I think is happening. And I understand you using it as a marketing, but if you can't have your business offline as much as you have it online, and you'll be surprised with most people's business. And we're getting off topic now. That's what usually happens. So
it usually does, yeah. But
But
going back to Nipsey, he was like naturally connected to a lot of things. He was just a natural to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel that he was trying or just putting things out there just for clout.
Yeah.
But he's something else, man. I mean, even till this day, I'm totally inspired. Like, I can't help but look at his stuff. And it's not like his Instagram. Like, I'm looking deeper into it. All his interviews, pictures from his past. Like, I went all the way to his first photo.
Good.
Because I wanted to follow his growth and see how he changed. And he really is.
That's funny you said that.
And it's real. Like, he's definitely connected deeply with himself and his people around him.
So knowing thyself, family,
God,
relationship.
Yes.
I know I kind of started this off on like a more, business savvy type of person, but he's definitely spiritual. And we heard his mom,
I know.
His mom is coming from a whole
very
different place.
impressive. Yes.
Yeah. She's coming from a whole different place in the understanding of life and death.
But it explains why he is how he is.
Yeah.
Because they were spiritually connected.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it explains how he is with his family.
Yeah.
You
Absolutely.
know? Like, wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
totally impressed.
Yeah, Barbara's been impressed. I catch her sometimes.
It's sad and it hurts, like, because it's amazing. It's amazing. I can only imagine, I don't want to imagine losing someone like that, but that's a whole nother deep level of connection with someone you can have. Family, lover, friend, brother, whatever. It's so deep. It's like deeper than this earth, universe, whatever it is, but it's definitely deep.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And the love and support that's been coming off of this for someone that has chosen the no clout route and, to build his family, build his mind, and that person being loved and adored and and the legacy being carried on in such a manner where, people from all over the world is mourning, people from all over the world supporting his store. I did some crazy numbers. Marathon store in Crenshaw in Slauson did some crazy numbers. Like, I saw a picture, the amount of orders that was stacked up to the ceiling was crazy, and that's just love right there. The murals on the walls, the tattoos,
this
the world,
like across the
this
world.
affected the world. This was huge.
Amazing.
So again, it goes to tell you how much power someone has when they walk their path, when they're doing it their way, when they're following their own principle, when they're following their beat of their own heart, when they're, they have love in this world. It really transcends time, and it transcends what you find as being just normal or popular.
He's
It's
a perfect
crazy.
example of like growth.
Yeah.
Like, I know he's had a past. Clearly, he's from the gang life and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. Like, it just proves that people are better than that, and they can grow and they can change. And it doesn't define them 100% what they've been through in the past.
Yeah.
And he came with full force. He's a force.
Yeah.
He was a force.
Well, that was power.
Oh my gosh.
That was power.
Amazing.
So,
I'm still like,
yeah, I know.
I feel like he's in me. Like, how Lauren said he's in everybody in her speech?
Yeah.
I feel like he's in me sometimes because...
She's in here, yep. Sometimes be like, yo, whoa, Nipsey?
Yeah, I know. Like, wait, hold up. Everything reminds me of him. Every spiritual thing or everything I want to do.
Good.
It's pretty much inspired from him.
Good.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. And you.
No. You don't have
and
to.
you too.
You don't have to.
say
No.
like,
Get off of me. No. She's fine. No, it's great. Like,
because you are a true inspiration in my life.
Oh,
but
there
he definitely has done something to me.
I
too.
appreciate
He has shaken up
what you've
something
said.
inside of me. I know.
Listen, guys. Listen. She's the real deal. Barbie Cruz came through today. Listen, I want to give away my book because it's about a year, so it's like a year anniversary. And I took a minute to come back on this podcast thing, and I also took a minute to come back on social media. You know why that was? Don't tell them.
For you, why you took a?
Yeah, I took a break.
Just trying to get, it's I mean, I can't say your shit in order, but Just trying to reevaluate everything going on in life and your purpose and everything that you're doing moving forward.
Yeah. And I realized one of the biggest things that I've learned is what true motivation is. Mm-hmm. Okay? So some people say motivation, and I used to say this, and I think it's in my book, that motivation is movement, right? And if you want to be motivated, all you have to do is move. But I'm here talking to comfort killers, right? Mm-hmm. So it's deeper than that.
Right.
And motivation is meaning.
Right. Because before I defined, everyone that motivates, just screaming and yelling. Get up and do this and wake up and
oh, no, man. Yo, we went to a seminar. Mm-hmm. And we still laugh to this day when we're like,
Which
you remember the seminar with the real estate and the guy? Come on, guys.
Come on, guys. Come on.
If you see her hand, because the way he was gesturing, it was like, it was crazy. We were laughing in there. Me and her were laughing.
However, what did it do to half the crowd, the audience?
They were followers.
Oh, my goodness. Extremely. Like, they were all convinced.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You were the only one sitting there like, oh.
Because we get the game, okay? And true motivation comes from having meaning and purpose. Mm-hmm. And that is that's the backdrop of the comfort killers. Like, we're not just going to do things to do them, to fill time. It has to mean something. You agree with that?
Yeah, definitely comes from within.
Yeah.
Not just yelling and screaming. Yeah.
She's saying telling me not to yell and scream anymore.
No, it's a good thing. But remember, we realized, like, to be a motivator, it's not just screaming into a microphone or a video. Like, you got to get up and you got to do this. You got to, yeah. You know, so we trying to, like, come with a different approach.
Yeah, absolutely.
To motivation, to motivating others.
Yep. And it's still about health, wealth, and happiness. I did find another clip. And that I extracted, man. He did some great interviews, Nipsey Hussle, man. So I found another clip, and I want to get into that clip. And this is about, there was really one that I really loved. And hopefully I find it was talking about survival, being in survival mode, and the hierarchy, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. As a matter of fact, it's on that timeline, so maybe I could get it in there. And he asked the interviewers, he said, y'all know who Maslow is? And they were like, no. Do you know who Maslow is? No. Okay. God. So Maslow hierarchy of needs. So he was talking about survival. You can't.
You did mention that to me recently.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, we're gonna get back into another clip of why I believe Nipsey Hussle really was the great, and why Nipsey Hussle really his legacy will live on, and why Nipsey Hussle was a comfort killer, and why we're inspired by this man. So yeah, stay tuned. Here's another clip. And before that, though, what track should we just fill in here right now? All right, what track should we
see?
What you got? What do you want?
You already played "Grinding All My Life."
Yeah.
I played "Double Up."
Let's take it out with Blue Laces then.
Nipsey.
They know that. Logo on my flow mat. Courtside Chamberlain throwback match my Rolex.
Complex wrote an article about me in like 2013 and called me one of the top 10 underachieving rappers. And I was so offended by that I spoke out and I said something. And Karen Civil had a good relationship with Mark Echo. And that's, my business partner and my homegirl. She like, Nip, you can't just bash the whole company. It's other people. I was just one editor. But I was just offended because, I ain't consider myself an underachieving rapper. I consider myself an overachieving, street nigga, to be just completely honest. My group of individuals, I was the most successful out of everybody. You know what I mean? So I was just offended by that for real. But we had a talk with Mark Echo, and Mark Echo, it was like, bro, the magazine has its own opinion. I give the magazine its autonomy. I don't get in between that, but we just had a real convo, and halfway through the convo, he was like, I started talking about my idea for my marathon stores. And I was like, I want to create a retail network. I want to have 10 stores in America. I want to be able to drop my albums to my own stores, charge whatever I want. Like Apple. Apple got 100% vertical integration. They control the aesthetic of the store, the operating system, the product, the whole shit. So he was like, he kind of shitted on my idea, like fuck brick and mortar, think about e-commerce, and by the way, check out Bitcoin. And I was like, 13. So from then
13.
I didn't invest back then. I just started doing my research. I was a little late to invest also, but I was aware of it, and I just was watching it and did my my due diligence based on what he told me in like 13.
Dedication. This is anti-hesitation. It's a real nigga
Yeah.
celebration.
Yes. Welcome back to the Stacy A. Cross Show. There is no E in my name. I am Stacy A. Cross.
With Barbie Cruz.
With Barbie Cruz. Your name's Barbara. Stop.
It's Barbie Cruz.
It's Barbara.
It is Barbara. But I go by Barbie Cruz.
Every time she gets behind a mic, she's like, I'm B-52 Pink.
That was back in the day. Yo,
Yeah, it's exactly. I'm B-52 Pink. I'm Barbie Cruz. She has all these. You want to rap?
That's right. No.
No. All right, sit right here. We're gonna get into it. I want you to help me give someone a free book today. And since we've been talking about Nipsey Hussle, like this entire episode, and getting into the foundations, I did find the Maslow piece. We're gonna they didn't hear it yet though.
No, I heard.
You heard it. Sit down. What's going on? She broke her leg the other day.
I did not break my leg. I fractured my ankle.
Sounds like you broke your leg.
It just sounds worse saying broken leg.
Right,
Chill.
it does. How is it feeling?
I'm alright.
She's wearing a big boot. You know those boots.
The walking boot.
You know what I'm talking about, those boots.
Yep.
And you gotta let it heal.
That's the plan.
Sit down.
I'm fine.
Okay. All right. She doesn't want to sit. So, I want you to help me give away a book. It's like a year anniversary. I have to do something for the people. My comfort killers. Comfort killers are readers. Mm-hmm. Are lifelong learners. They're self-educated. They're hustlers in their own right. They're entrepreneurs. They feel good about life. They're always learning, want to grow, striving for more, thriving to be better. They're thinkers. They are doers. They're action takers. They're shakers. They're implementers. They're planners.
All the above.
Damn, I wanted to keep going. You want to shut it down. I wanted to keep going.
Go ahead, keep it going.
No, I got it all. I think that's it for comfort killers, man. Plus more. So I have a pack. Let me get that pack so they could hear it. I like when they hear it. It's something. Hear that? It's a shirt. A shirt comes with a shirt, a comfort killer journal, and my book, The Comfort Killers: Your Journey to Success: How to Change Your Life Using Tools You Already Have. For listening to this show, man, I want to show my support to you and reward my lifelong comfort killer learners out there. There's a secret. I gotta give them. You got it. It's somewhere in this episode. There was a word that I said. I said a lot of words, but somewhere in this episode, maybe you have to go back. Maybe it's a little forward.
I'm clueless right now.
You are done. You're done. But pretty much, it has to do with the pyramid. Who created that? And we're gonna get into it. And hey,
okay, I know now.
Do you know now?
I do.
Okay. And it has everything to do with Nipsey Hussle. It has everything to do with today's show. And what the real meaning behind today's show is: continue on your path, continue on your journey, continue building your legacy. It doesn't have to be step 1, step 2, step 3, follow someone's mold, be in the box and do it that way. It doesn't have to be posting 100 times on social media to make an impact. It doesn't have to be none of that. It could just mean that you're following your own beat, man, your own heartbeat, and you continue on daily. Somebody needs you to smile at them
and
today.
that alone is huge.
Yeah, somebody needs you to smile at them today.
Absolutely.
Somebody needs you to let them in front of you when you're driving, because you saved their day. Just by you doing that and not trying to push your car up and say, no, you can't go in here. No, that's not me. That's people doing it to me. So someone needs you to help them.
It's been real.
Right.
A lot of angry people out there in this world.
Yeah,
man.
so someone needs you to smile, laugh.
So we got to be the difference. We got to make the difference.
Absolutely. And how could you do that? Start by reading my book. Start by listening to this episode. You're already there. And we're going for new comfort killers on a daily basis. If you email me, Stacy at thecomfortkillers.com, you email me that word that I want, I'm sending you this Shipping's on Barbara. Let her pay for it. Shipping's on you.
Okay.
And we'll send it to your home so you could get started. This show is about health, wealth, and happiness. I'm loving to bring this back. And the Stacy A. Cross Show, after much planning, deliberation, and it's time to execute, time to send you this message. And I've always had that comfort killer spirit about me. And I want to definitely bring it to you. And I miss you too. So Stacy@thecomfortkillers.com is my email. And I hope you enjoyed the show. Barbie, you got anything to add to that? And if you want Barbie, go to bed.
It's because she's used to saying Barbara. So Barbie's like Barbary.
You have me saying all these
it's
extra
Barbie
things.
Cruz, man.
So if you want me to continue or have Barbara as a co-host on most of these new podcast shows, send me an email and say yes, Stacy. All right, we out of here. I'm gonna leave with what track should we play this time, huh? You know what? We didn't do Double Up. Did we?
I could have sworn I heard that.
Yeah,
earlier.
I think I sworn I did that as well. All right, let's do.
Let's see.
All of these.
They're all just great.
Yeah, they're all good. Oh, let's do this one. Yeah. The victory lap. All right, guys, we're gonna take you out with a last interview segment with Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace.
All right, bye.
I'm prolific, so gifted. I'm the type that's gon' go get it. No kidding.
Anybody, y'all heard of this dude named Maslow? He made a thing called the Pyramid of Human Needs, right? Mm-hmm. And so
I've seen that, but I didn't know who made it.
Okay, so at the base of human needs is our physiological needs: food, clothing, shelter. We don't want to be wet. We don't want to be hot. We don't want to be cold. That's at the base of comfort. You know, just being able to be fed. You know, the basic survival. And there's other needs that come above that. But if you can't address these, the basic,
everything's off.
All that other shit don't count. And it's come to resources. You know what I'm saying? It's where you get a different person once you get past this first level.
That's why that's the fundamental misunderstanding with people on the right, who, when you're talking about Black Lives Matter, they want to talk about black on black crime instead.
Right.
That's the fundamental misunderstanding, is they don't understand that those bottom needs aren't being met. Period. So everything's out the window.
100%. And you can't, it's a level of, you know, the way you perceive the world is limited based on the needs that you have being met. If your base needs being met, look at the trajectory of an artist and they narrative as they become more successful. They start addressing things different. You know what I mean? You start to see it might have been the most hardcore artist at the beginning of the career, but as you address these needs, the message changed. In a lot of cases, and that's just in the perspective of hip hop, you know what I mean? But I think that, just to your point of gangbanging and the Black Panther connection, you know, a lack of resource, we in survival mode. And in survival mode, it's rather you than me, and it's not personal. And we all kind of understand that. That's why we don't. It's become, yeah, niggas die. That's how this shit go. Not because we like it or we embrace that, because we understand. I understand your point of view, bro. I get it. I know you're going through the same shit I'm going through. It ain't personal, but
and you gonna kill me if I don't get to you first.
Yeah, and about some chili, you gonna go to any extent to feed them babies. I get it. As well as I am, homie. So may the best man win. And it's, you know, but that's a survival perspective. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's interesting for understanding, you know, that we clear that you can't necessarily come to too many conclusions about a person's moral foundation because they in survival mode.